swear eternal hostility against every form of tyranny over the mind of man.
Bulletchev, Emil, born 1953, Prague. Soviet Army, 1970 to 1983. Trained in counterintelligence.
Idiot. You know we don't want Russians or Eastern Europeans.
Okutu Moboto, born 1960, Soweto. ANC activist.
No.
Brenner, Luke, born 1960, Fair Lake, Minnesota. American Army, 1978 to 1980. Subsequent action, Nicaragua, Namibia, and the Middle East.
No.
Lee, Peter J., born 1961, Troon, Scotland. British Army, 1978 to 1988. Member of the SAS.
Yes.
Arrested June 1988, London. Serving 10-year sentence for trafficking in illegal arms. However, we can easily liberate him.
No. The last thing we need is someone of interest to anyone. We need a complete cipher. A nobody. Someone with no strings, no attachments. Let me see the American again.
Brenner, Luke.
Get me a complete dossier on him at once.
Yes, Major Zhukova.
You want to catch another place? Or
what?
Or there's my place, or your place, or well, we could be really kinky and go to someone else's place.
Come on now. I really would like to do this, but I've got to be someplace. This is way past my bedtime.
Oh, that's too bad. One more drink.
I guess I could have one for the road. Vago, bring us 2 more, will you?
Oh, could you give me a pack?
You smoke? It's not very good for your health, you know. Okay. Don't go anywhere. There you go.
Just give her this for me, okay?
Oh, can't believe he remembered.
Remember back in college when he fell in love with Carol and bought her that ridiculously expensive crystal duck?
What did you just say?
You gotta tell Ross how you feel.
I am over you. I am over you.
Hey, Pete. I've got a 10 o'clock clearance for takeoff. You want me to cancel?
Yep.
You know, this is the 4th time today, and that tower's getting kind of cranky.
So am I.
Okay, we'll crawl down my film. I was here on time today.
Today.
It's not as if there aren't any commercial flights from New York to Paris every so often. He's been late before. Let him buy a ticket. And Tormund Sampo's stewardess for 7 hours.
Nikki, we're waiting.
And I should buy a ticket.
I didn't say I'm waiting, I said we're waiting.
We've been Relatively successful with the usual regime of drugs and the basic conditioning. As I said...
Relatively?
Yes, we managed to establish a dependency which allowed us to work on the conditioning phase of the procedure.
He looks terrible, Doctor. What have you done to him?
It was necessary to break down his physical resistance so the mind could be worked on.
There must be no question of succeeding.
I understand.
When will he be functional?
We need a week.
We don't have a week.
We can accelerate the process, but we need heavier doses, which are considerably more dangerous.
That is a risk we will have to take, Doctor.
I just want to get my own place.
Don't be ridiculous, sweetheart. The townhouse is just sitting there. Everything you need. Servants, appropriate security.
But why can't I be a normal person and live in a normal apartment like everyone else?
Because you're my daughter and because you're a target. You know that. Oh, come on. Indulge an old man who isn't exactly too thrilled you're leaving at all, hmm? Get me Peter.
Yeah, anything he ever said about New York? Bars, clubs, hotels, women?
Well, you know, Luke, I mean, all the stories run together. I have a hard time remembering whether he's telling me about Rome, New York, L.A.
Satellite link.
Morning, Peter, J.J.
Morning, sir.
Hello, sir.
Peter, since you're still in New York, would you check the security of the townhouse? Suzanne starts Columbia next week.
I thought she was getting her own apartment.
So did I.
I'll get right onto it, sir.
Thanks. When do I expect you back?
We just need to tidy up some loose ends, sir. I'm afraid we ruffled a few feathers on this last assignment. But I'll let you know.
Right.
Link out.
You know, Pete, there was one place you did say was great. The Transcontinental.
Is that a hotel?
Yeah. And there was a couple of clubs we went to together. The Rimshot and one called the Cobra.
Okay, well, that's good enough for starters. And anything else you think of during the day?
Okay.
Nikki. Nikki.
Wakey, wakey, Nikki.
Time to pound the pavement. Is a two-stage process to make sure that nothing happens inadvertently. First, the tone, which will induce him to make a phone call to the special number. Secondly, he will repeat what appears to be a benign phrase.
It's the opportunity of a lifetime.
From now on, any instructions he receives from you on the telephone, he will execute to the letter.
Open drawer in front of you. Take out the knife. Make shallow incision on left forearm.
To terminate, you simply reactivate the electronic trigger tone.
Very impressive, Doctor. But will he be conditioned in time?
You needn't be concerned. His training will be complete tomorrow.
Да, хорошо.
Yeah.
Pete, JJ, I called the Transcontinental, and yes, Luke was there, but he checked out a week ago.
All right. Well, I'm on my way to the Cobra. Where's Nikki?
She's checking the rim shot.
Okay, anything else?
Well, the hospitals don't have anything, but I'll check with the police if you'd like.
No, let's leave them out of this for now. Okay, ciao, JJ.
We're closed. Come back at 10.
You recognize him?
Who wants to know?
Take your pick. A badge or money. You seen him?
Yeah, I've seen him.
When? Come on, I want the whole story. I'll take the badge out and take the money back.
He was with some cupcake. Looked like they had something going, you know?
No, I don't know.
You know, like they was gonna make it? Hell, I thought they was gonna make it right here at the bar. And this guy you're looking for proceeds to get him so smashed, he passes out.
When did this happen?
A couple of nights ago.
You recognize the girl?
Nah.
Are you sure?
Hey, take me in. You're gonna get the same story.
Yes.
It's the opportunity of a lifetime.
You have your instructions, Mr. Brenner. Execute them. Very well done, Doctor.
Yes, the ultrasonic trigger worked very well. The post-hypnotic suggestion is complete.
And how long will he stay in this state?
In this case, he will remain motionless until he is told to do otherwise. In the field, you will obviously program him to act in accordance with your needs.
Perfect. And the process has deprived him of none of his skills?
No, we've deprived him of nothing. Merely changed his direction, his motivation.
How unfortunate to waste all of this conditioning on single operation. It would be nice to use you again, Mr. Brenner, but I'm sure circumstances would preclude that. Dr. Bruegel, he is to be placed in field directly. Annette, give me triggering device. Well, Boris, I think it is time Mr. Brenner returned to his normal life.
Checked with the hospitals, the morgues. Have even checked with friends in the police department and immigration. We've run down hundreds of leads and nothing. Quite frankly, he has simply disappeared.
Why didn't you tell Father?
Well, I assumed, and indeed I still assume, that he's just being his usual unreliable self. With a team like this, Susie, there has to be a certain amount of give and take, a little tolerance.
Tolerance?
Yes, Susie, tolerance. Your father's a hell of a taskmaster. He's fired hundreds of people for a good deal less. And if Luke really has gone absent without leave, he'd bloody well deserve it.
How can I help? What can I do?
Well, you can check with Interpol, and then with all his old haunts overseas.
Hey, gang. How's it going?
Where the hell have you been?
In the Bahamas.
The Bahamas.
Yeah. I bumped into an old friend. What's up?
Why didn't you call?
I didn't call?
You and I have got some talking to do. Downstairs, Luke.
What's wrong?
Let me get this right. Annette Westmore, you said?
Annette Weston.
Oh, yeah, Weston. And then what happened?
She invited me to her father's private island.
And you went there on their private jet?
That's right. It was a Lear jet.
You don't remember where this island is?
Pete, it's the Bahamas. There's hundreds of little islands there. The name of the island was Mayaguana. It was a villa. It had an Olympic-sized swimming pool.
Didn't get much of a tan.
It was lousy weather. Besides, I spent most of the time indoors.
What about the Cobra?
What about the Cobra?
I'm beginning to lose my patience, Luke.
Look, how many times do I have to tell you, Pete? That's where I bumped into her. And for the 100th time, no, I did not get drunk and pass out. I don't give a damn what that bartender told you.
But he ID'd you, Luke.
So what?
And you're not a stranger to that place.
You know, I got a few questions of my own. Like, what assignment was so important that the world's gonna fall apart because I went away for a week? I mean, what have you guys been doing?
Looking for you.
Looking for me. Well, let's get something straight. Yes, I did go away for a week to the Bahamas. Now you're jumping up and down on me because I didn't check in. But while I was gone, there was nothing going on, so what's the problem?
The prodigal son has returned. Can I have a word?
Hi, Nikki.
Hi.
Nikki, please.
Suzanne, when'd you get in town?
I'm going to have to tell Alexander.
Peter.
No. I'm not going to stand for it, Nikki. We've stood by him. We've covered his backside every which way. What's been going on this week is exactly what I said it was. He's just damned irresponsible. Hooray for me, to hell with everybody else.
This whole week, we've turned the town upside down looking for him. And every step of the way, I had to listen to you carry on about how irresponsible, unreliable, selfish...
Well, it's exactly what he
Get
is.
me out! The truth is you're concerned, but you don't want to admit it. And it's also true that there is something wrong, and you know it.
Damn right there is. He's got the maturity of a 16-year-old.
Peter, call it a sixth sense or whatever you want. But I know there's something extremely wrong with Luke. Let me talk to him.
So, Suzanne, it's gonna be 6 months of high living in New York City for you, huh?
I'm afraid it's more like 6 months of hard work.
Oh, hell, you could have stayed in Paris for that.
Actually, it's great. I'm going so that I can study with Professor Williams. He's the best there is in computer sciences.
I'll call you back as soon as I...
It's the opportunity of a lifetime. It's the opportunity of a lifetime.
Okay to head back to the plane, Peter?
Yes, JJ. We'll join you about midday.
Sounds good.
Well, I don't know about the rest of you, but I'm hungry. What do you say, Luke? Luke?
What?
How about some food?
Food? Yeah, okay.
Okay. Annette, how come you never mentioned her before?
I don't know.
Did you get the results from the lab?
They've gone through Luke's bag thoroughly, and there's nothing. No sand, no unaccounted for hair, no new clothes, no laundry traces, but the date stamp on his passport checks out.
Interesting. And what about the weather report?
This is even more interesting. The Weather Service reported a tropical storm that day. All planes in the area were grounded.
Luke? Luke?
It's the opportunity of a lifetime.
Your party is not here. Terminate.
Do you hear, Mr. Brenner? Terminate.
Who are you calling?
I don't know.
Hello?
Yeah, Susie. I want you to trace all calls made from this number for the last 15 minutes. Yep, it's 212-555-1781. Yeah, thanks, bye. So, who are you trying to reach?
Was it Annette?
No,
What's the number?
I don't remember.
You just made a phone call to somebody. You don't remember who you called? Or the number you dialed?
I don't know what's going on.
How did that happen?
Is this a scratch?
Look, that's not a scratch, that's a deep incision. Hey, buddy. What the hell's going on?
I don't know.
Now you listen to the tape recordings over and over again. And every time you review your activities of the last week, it's exactly the same, down to the last comma, full stop, and question mark. It's almost as if you've memorized the entire story. And then there's this whole business with the telephone calls.
Look, I knew I had to call somebody, so I did.
Luke, listen to yourself. Listen to what you're saying. Listen. You felt compelled to make a call, but you don't even remember making it. And the only reason that you know about it at all is because when you came round, you were standing in front of a payphone, and we were there to tell you about it.
Okay, so what are you trying to get at here?
Something is happening in your subconscious that's making you do things you don't even know you're doing. What we have to do is we have to try and bring those subconscious thoughts to the surface. So come on, clear your mind and try and think. Where did you get that telephone number?
Told you, I don't know.
Did Annette give it to you?
I don't know.
Do you think it could have been Annette's number?
Look, come on, Pete. Now, quit playing these games with me. I know you had that number traced. Now, who was it that I was trying to call? Who was I trying to call?
Restricted line. To the Russian delegation at the UN.
Well, he's obviously functional, but there are, however, some inconsistencies which indicate, how shall I put it, conflicting forces, influences.
I have an urgent call for you, Dr. Burns.
Hold my calls. I'm in conference with Peter Sinclair.
Dr. Allen, Station 6 West, please.
So I upped the medication from 4 carbs a day to twice that. And
Tried lithium yet?
Yeah.
To St. Vincent's Hospital, and
Well, I think it's...
Tell me, Dr. Burns, is it possible that he witnessed something that's made him flash back to some traumatic event in his past, and he's simply blocking everything out?
Well, given his past, he certainly could be suffering from post-traumatic shock syndrome. But I don't think that's it, Mr. Sinclair. If he was going to be subject to that type of distress, something would have happened before this.
So what do you suggest?
If he wants to get to the bottom of this, he'll have to stay here for observation. And even at that, we might not find anything.
How long are we talking about, Doctor?
Now, we're dealing with a human mind here, Miss Beaumont. How can we predict how long it would take to probe its secrets? An hour? A month? A year? Never.
However long it takes, Doctor.
Sir, we would like you to proceed.
All right, Mr. Sinclair, we'll see what we can do. Will you tell him, or shall I?
Dr. Chan to reception.
This is a very unusual situation. Luke's
He's
care.
gone. What number's security?
5-3.
Good. We'll meet you there. Okay, the building's sealed. If he's still here, we'll find him.
I think you should be aware the greatest fear of someone with a mental problem is that they'll be confined, locked up.
Would that make him dangerous?
You know him better than I. How would Mr. Brenner react if he thought we were the enemy?
We better split up. I'm in the basement. Nothing yet.
I'm not crazy, Nikki.
I know you're not.
I heard you talking upstairs. They want to put me away for the rest of my life.
Nobody wants to put you away for the rest of your life. What will we do without you?
I know that you and I haven't exactly seen eye to eye, but I would never do anything to hurt you or Peter. I am so confused, Nikki. I'm so confused. I just feel like I'm gonna explode inside. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. Don't know what's going on.
We're going to find out. It will be all right. Everything is going to be all right. Dr. Burns can help you.
No.
Don't worry. We won't let anything happen to you. I promise. But you have to give him a chance. Please. Come back upstairs.
You assured me this would not happen.
We accelerated the process. Perhaps there is a weak link that was vulnerable to another frequency. It is most unusual and is not likely to happen again.
And now he is in hospital because of his erratic behavior? This is entirely too much scrutiny, and it is too late to prime another subject.
I think that we can turn this situation to our advantage.
That's what I said in the first place.
Leave it out, Nikki.
Peter?
Yeah?
I heard from your friend at the CIA. The number Luke called is assigned to a Major Zhukova of the GRU.
Oh, Soviet military intelligence, the very last people that we want to tangle with.
Look, I speak Russian. If you can get me the right credentials, maybe I can plant a bag in her office and set the course.
No, Nikki, that's far too dangerous. The Soviets sweep all their facilities every night. They'd find the damn thing within 12 hours.
Have you got any better ideas?
No. No, I don't at the moment. But you can get me a complete dossier on Major Zhukova.
How's Luke?
He's going to be fine. Dad, I think it's time to talk to your dad.
Yeah, I'm Brenner.
Well, come on, Brenner. You got a phone call.
Gene Short, PCC, call 09X station.
Just right down this hallway here.
Dr. Cordina, emergency.
Yeah.
The opportunity of a lifetime.
Why the hell didn't you tell me this before?
Sir, you'd already told me to do exactly what I've been doing already. And if Luke's disappearance had been what I originally suspected, this team would be one man light already, and I think you know that.
How much do you know about brainwashing?
Not much. I've never personally encountered it in the field.
What you tell me, Luke seems to be displaying classic symptoms.
He's escaped from the hospital.
Tell him I'll be right there. Sir, we've got a problem. We'll be right back to you.
I'll come through.
No, you stay here. We've got work to do, and incidentally, I think you're going to find the key. Right there. In paragraph 6.
No. No, 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 no. No, the answer is no!
Did Luke do this?
Mm-hmm.
Thanks.
Prestigia Prajalsa. I am so sorry. I was in a hurry and I was not looking where I was going. Are you all right?
Yes. Yes. Come.
Oh, Blue Eyes, how did you get on?
I think she likes me.
And?
Look, I feel rotten, cheap, miserable about this entire thing. If it wasn't for Luke, I'd walk away from all of this right now. What are we going to do when we find him?
Let's just find him first, huh?
That doesn't answer the question, Peter.
Nice to see you again, Mr. Brenner.
It's the opportunity of a lifetime.
Boris, take Mr. Brenner to hotel. See he gets fresh change of clothes and a hot meal. I trust you will find everything to your satisfaction, Mr. Brenner. Wait for my call.
It's the opportunity of a lifetime.
Do exactly what Boris tells you, Mr. Brenner. I see you tomorrow.
Since a bomb scare last year, the entire hospital's switchboard is routinely recorded.
It's the opportunity of a lifetime.
Yeah, and that tone. She's pulling the strings, there's no doubt about that.
But surely you can't hypnotize somebody against their will?
Not normally, but with the addition of drugs, fatigue, physical abuse, anyone's will can be weakened.
Nikki, have you had any further word from your friend, the Major?
I'm having dinner with her tonight.
But military communications is no place for someone as bright as you.
I enjoy my work.
But rise to top is so agonizingly slow. I swear there are senior staff officers who fought in revolution.
What? It was funny.
No one has ever accused me of being funny before.
You made me laugh.
You are a beautiful woman.
And you?
No one has ever accused me of that before either. When the summit is over, possibly we could spend some time putting your career in order.
Spasiba.
You look very beautiful, my dear.
You know, the right makeup, accessories.
No, you are a natural beauty.
You have wonderful features, too. Perhaps a little more rouge here. I'm sorry.
Don't be. You have wonderful touch.
I mean, with makeup here and the right jewelry, try these. They look wonderful. Very simple, but wonderful. Чудные. Нет, нет, please. Leave them on. It makes me feel a part of you.
Hello? It's the opportunity of a lifetime.
Open briefcase, Mr. Brenner. At precisely 4 o'clock, you are to go to stairwell as instructed. The president will arrive at 4:10 p.m. Your instructions are to step through fire doors and empty entire magazine into his body. Do you understand, Mr. Brenner? Execute.
Thank God you're here. They're going to kill the president.
What?
Oh, my God.
We are to the hotel, sir. Luke's programmed to assassinate the president when he arrives at 4:10.
I'll get on with the Secret Service. Get me the Secretary of the Treasury.
To repeat, screen him at fire door. Cover his attack. When he's finished shooting, kill him.
Nikki, President Bush is already at the hotel. He's been in meetings all day.
Peter, Bush is there already. He arrived this morning.
Oh, my God. Then it's not Bush they're after, it's President Gorbachev.
Sir, it's not Bush, it's Gorbachev.
This is catastrophic.
The Secretary Treasurer.
Mr. Secretary?
The delegation is just getting off the plane. President Gorbachev and his wife Risa smiling at the crowd. They'll be greeted by the mayor and the official city welcoming committee before being ushered to the waiting motorcade for the ride into Manhattan. Streets along the designated route of the motorcade are lined with well-wishers. The number of spectators is well above expectations thanks to the glorious winter weather in New York City. It's a crystal clear day. Temperatures are comfortable 48 degrees.
Nikki, go to the front entrance of the hotel. A Secret Service agent will meet you there.
Where the hell do you think you're going?
seconds away from the hotel. Soon the president's limousine will be pulling into the driveway. President Gorbachev will be...
Okay. We'll take it from here. Get us some backup. Nikki. If he shoots, kill him. We have no other choice. Luke? Shoot. Peter. Come on, buddy. Put the gun down. Put it down. That's it. No. No, look, not at Nikki. Not at Nikki. At me. Come on. This way. Nikki.
Nikk!
Fight it. Fight it. Good boy.
It's all right.
Pete. Oh, Pete. Thank you.
Freeze! Hold it right there.
Okay, guys. Okay. Right. I can't explain.
Yes. Well, I'm certainly encouraged that you think that such progress is being made, sir. And the rest of your trip? Wonderful. No, it's good to talk to you, sir. Goodbye, Mr. President.
Nice of him to call, isn't it, sir? Rather gratifying under the circumstances.
Yes, indeed, Bennett.
What baffles me is why the GRU would want to kill him. He's doing such sterling work.
I'm afraid, Bennett, that is largely a Western point of view. I suspect that this will not be the last attempt. I only hope and pray that next time we're not so personally involved.
Hey, Chief.
Luke! I didn't expect to see you for a week.
Well, you see, I was such a good pupil that they let me out a week early.
Everything all right? I mean, are you fine?
No, Chief. No, come on, I'm fine. Nothing to worry about. You know, once Dr. Burns found out what the trigger was, then he just worked backwards from there. You know, the frightening thing is someone can do something like this to you, though.
Well, since you're such an apt pupil, you've earned a week's rest.
Super. Hey, where are Peter and Nikki?
In the Bahamas.
The Bahamas?
Now, no change ever takes place without conflict. We've just got to protect those people who have vision enough to make our futures brighter for us.